Okay, I'll try and show you a few of the other features. Some simple things like putting a box around all of these and grabbing the edge of the box. You can move all of your PAP file members, or you can move them individually. I'm going to delete some of these. Let's delete this one. So then let's move some of these things aside, and let's see the sort of gates that we can make. First gate I've already shown you is this one, and if we go to a heat map and look at a single tube, we'll see that that gate is going to fit whatever population. Of course, that's the control, positive and negative control, and the color of that gate is going to be the color of whatever that is. And if I decide to change that color to, say, this nasty color, then that is going to show up there. So I can make a gate of a well, of a single well, if that's crucial for me. So I can highlight the well, I can hit gate and come back and click on here. Probably hard to see it, but there's one well there. Let's demonstrate this a little stronger by hitting gate and coming there, and now you can see there's several wells there. Or if I wanted to make half a plate like that, I would do the same thing. So that lets you see the types of gates that can be made, and these gates can be of course linked in several ways. Now, there's booleans, and I could take this gate here and take this boolean. If I've already got that boolean there, so I can demonstrate it actually. If I put this one here and I join these two, that says if you're here or here, because that's what this is saying, then you may go over here, and the graph you get would be based on this or this. If I were to add this one to that list, you can see now it's made a change here because there's a different a population of cells here. If I was to kill this one off, again another change, because it's only going to look at cells that are in this environment or this environment here. If I kill this one off, now I only have cells that are in here, and so there's only a small percentage of them because some of these actually don't go through to the very low concentrations, which will be down here, and these ones do. So that gives you some idea of some of the types of gates that you can have and how you can link them. And of course you can have requirements that they be in both populations. So here I've got now a gate that says you have to be in there and you have to be in there. And if I join that to that, now I've got these cells and these cells. Only those that are in both populations, etc. This would be neither and or. Okay. There's another gate that I can make. Let's say that I wanted to look at just very bright fluorescent cells. So let's go over here and look at this cursor. If we click on this prism here and we click here, we can set our intensity level here. And one more thing, if we look at this graph here, we have percentages of cells that meet this criteria. And if I move down to very low percentages, it's very hard to see what cells would be because the percentages are going to get to extremely small levels. And if I do that and I move this way up in here, in fact the cursor's now sort of hiding, you can see that it's now 6%, but I can still see a 6% sample. Now if I go back to 100%, very difficult to see these. So that's just a little point there. But let's say that I wanted to plot just positive cells. I would hit the gate and whoops, I hit the left hand side. What I really meant to do was hit the gate and hit the right hand side, but now I've just shown you how I can set those two there. And when I click on this, you'll notice that the histogram is popping up here, and if I click on this, the other side is going to pop up. And once I've selected that, if I change that, you'll see here that that gate is changing, and whatever I set it at is what's going to be going to go into my. So I could link this with this, and now this would play a part in these graphs. Okay, so there's one more gate that I want to show you, and it's called a histogram band gate. And this histogram here has two bands on it, and I could set these two regions like this. And if I now click on gate and click in the middle here, then I have a band gate. So that's pretty much it on gates for the moment. Let's move on to the next lesson.